Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. It's been quite a week, hasn't it? I mean, a lot's gone on. Let's run through some of it. Let's talk about it. Talk about the USA Today. Those Pentagon surveillance balloons going up over, Wisconsin, I think? Total information awareness. They're going to be documenting everything. I mean, don't worry, it's just an experiment now. But these balloons will go up and they will be able to track everything. If you go to a labor meeting, well, they'll know because they'll track your car, intercept cell phones, intercept everything. Total information awareness. Straight out of some dystopian novel. It, of course, had the Walmart incident, and it looks like another one. Nowhere near as bad, and it looks like nobody got hurt, thankfully. You had the ICE raids. Hundreds of people disappeared. Just gone. Just gone. Their kids come home to empty houses on the first day of school. You gotta be real dedicated to your job to do something like that to somebody. Kids left at daycare because there was nobody coming to pick them up. Disappeared. You had a guy who got deported to Iraq. He'd never been there, didn't speak Arabic, type 1 diabetic. He's dead. He died. I guess he was a Greek national, or that's where he grew up, and then he came to the U.S., lived pretty much his whole life here. But I guess his parents were Iraqi, so that's where they sent him, having never been there. You had the guy who is alleged to have literally cracked a child's skull for not removing his hat during the national anthem. You know, the first time I saw that get mentioned was in the comments section. And that's an idiom down here. Crack a skull. I thought somebody got punched. I didn't know somebody had literally cracked a child's skull over a song. Then you had a guy who just got caught outside of the organization space for some immigration activists wearing, I think, nitrile gloves, had a knife, firearm, whole 9 yards. There's a photo of him standing by his truck. It's got a big Trump mural on the tailgate. And he's standing there giving the okay sign. See, I actually remember when that was just a joke. That started, for real, that started as a way to troll Democrats, troll liberals, own the libs. They memed it into existence, though. Like it was a joke in the beginning. We can get liberals to believe anything is part of the white nationalist movement or whatever. That's how it started. And then it became part of it. And see, here's the part about that I'm not sure people get. If you were part of that initial thing where it was just a joke and you were out there to own the libs, yeah, you are now forever identified as a white nationalist. The internet is forever. Those photos of you, they're forever. And you memed it into existence. It's a real thing now. See, it stops being a joke. Well, actually long before. But it stops being a joke for certain when people start dying. And then this guy, there's no question about whether or not Trump's rhetoric inspires violence now amongst the brown shirts. It's what these are. Shock troops. That's his defense. The guy who cracked this kid's skull, well, the commander-in-chief said it was okay. Man. Imagine being so in love with an idea of a symbol that you Start to hate the idea that that symbol is supposed to represent. Fall in love with that symbol so much that what it is supposed to represent means nothing to you. That you have fallen for a cult of personality so strong you would literally harm a child over a song. Over a song. And I don't care how patriotic you are, it's a song. It is just a song. And every one of these incidents makes that flag and that song mean less and less. Child. Skull literally cracked over a song. So here we are. You know, people always say, this is how it starts. No, this isn't how it starts. This is way deep into it. The face of tyranny is always mild at first. It's not mild anymore. It's not mild anymore. People are dying. People are dying. Children are having their skulls cracked. Children are coming home to empty houses. Their parents non-persons. We keep heading down this road and we're making wins and the tide is turning. But as that tide turns, everybody needs to be real careful. Because I have a very strong feeling that those that the tide is turning against, well, like most people caught in a tide, they're going to thrash violently. Just need to be aware of what's going on around you, especially if you are any form of minority group. Any form. If you are a member of any demographic that is not within 100% within the norm, and by norm I don't mean normal, I mean the norm, the median, the mode, the average. If you're not white and straight, how about that? You really need to be aware of your surroundings. This is going to get worse. And as things start to deteriorate in the economy, and that's what's bolstering them right now. The followers, the people that belong to this cult of personality, that's what's keeping them loyal. As the economy starts to falter, and it will, you're going to see them start to become disillusioned. And it's going to make them more violent. Every step that we force the country to take back away from the abyss that is fascism, these people are going to get more and more violent. You need to be careful. You need to be aware. Don't be afraid. Be aware. Be careful. Keep your eyes open. Because it's... winning comes at a cost sometimes. Winning comes at a cost sometimes. And it's going to be the minority groups. That's who's going to be hit. It's almost guaranteed. Y'all just be careful. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.